A Light Within Darkness, Chapter 4b, Fan Fiction by Azazyel. Well, for one, can you imagine anyone else has bartered souls away for something as banal as a sandwich? I bet those Daemonettes who Slaanesh has working in her pleasure cult zones of her hell, probably can make a phenomenal sandwich. I said blandly, making her freeze, as that was kinda true in the pleasurable parts of Slaanesh's realm. Someone could find the ultimate forms of all pleasures, with the comfort of delicious food definitely being part of such a place. Give me the key, Monkey, and we can go our separate ways, she said, finally, after an awkward staring contest. For a moment, I thought about being a nice guy and just giving it up to her, as knowing she wasn't a mind-broken toy I could use without any guilt or hurting my conscience, ate at me for a moment, but I shook my head as another thought came to me. Are you even a parrot, hell? I asked, frowning as I considered some things. The woman just snorted and shook her head. No, I am a full-blooded elderly. I only used that horrid excuse to keep those abhorrent men from using my body and then selling me to your Inquisition to be tortured for worthless information. She then raised her hand, cutting off my next question as she seemingly understood what I was going to ask. I landed within this world due to a warp storm breaking into the webway, and my scout ship was thrown into the cistern of this forsaken city. I know the webway was basically an interconnected dimensional tunnel system that connected most of the 40K universe, but with how old it was and the creators of the system being long extinct, it's not a surprise a powerful warp storm threw her ship violently out of the subdimension she was traveling within. What can you trade for your freedom, and what will it take for you to agree to help me in my future goals? I asked finally as I came to a mental decision. What great ambitions could a Monkey have? She cursed but shut up as I took out the key and held it between the thumb and forefinger with both hands as though I was going to just snap it in half. Knife ear. I literally own you with that bomb on your neck. Now, we can be civilized, or I snap this key in half, and we can see where you end up. I warned, feeling a little irritated at being called Monkey for seemingly the 5th time. Fine. My name is Icemere of Azazyel, she said proudly, but I had no idea what her second name was supposed to mean, as it could refer to the planet she was born on, a social class, or even the name of the craft world she served upon. My name is Jake Barris, and I am a practitioner of a different form of psycho arts. Frankly, I need you to become stronger. Seeing her mildly disbelieving expression, I continued. Now I can show you how I am simply built differently by folding some metal with my non-augmented body to show off my super strength, or I can do something that I am sure you, as an Eldar, will desire above all else. Funny enough, even with my weak cultivation, creating arrays and glyphs only required a certain amount of power and the knowledge of said arrays to perform them, though there was always the caveat that should I not take precautions, I could literally be drained of all my chi and die as the activating arrays sucks me dry of life force. I can place a seal upon you that will bind your soul energy within your body so Slaanesh cannot feel your soul, even if you are actually enjoying your life, and should you die with the seal upon you. Well, I can see you aren't wearing a soul stone, so it's better for your soul to be destroyed rather than tortured for eternity by she who thirsts. The reminder that she wasn't wearing a soul stone was a stark warning that, should she die here, her departing soul would be captured by Slaanesh and will be tormented forever by the sadistic chaos god. How can I know that you speak the truth, Jake Barris? Do not joke of such a thing as being capable of keeping she who thirsts gaze away from Eldari's people has been our goal for 10,000 years. She yelled before visibly calming herself, as breaking into such outbreaks of great emotion would draw upon the very gaze of the Dark Prince. I stared at her with a smile before I chuckled and responded by putting the key on the table next to my bed. I will make you a deal, Icemere. I will place the seal upon you, and if you still feel your soul being ripped out as per normal while masturbating in my side room, then I will give you your freedom no questions asked, and even help you find a way off this planet, I said confidently. Now, this seal I was placing on her wasn't as simple as just sealing away her soul wavelength that would act as a beacon to the chaos god Slaanesh. This seal would form a bond between us, and her far stronger soul would slowly feed my own soul by acting like a sun to my growing tree, as her Eldar soul was far older and stronger than my human soul, even if I was a cultivator. Without even causing her any harm either. Best part was that should I die, so would she, but not the other way around, as this seal was created with the purpose of ensuring young adventuring clansmen would have a dedicated protector that helped them grow. Ellesmere blushed at my blunt proposal, but my offer was simply entirely too good to ignore, so she took a deep breath before asking. "Show me proof of your so-called unusual talents, and should your words be true, I will gladly serve you for the rest of your life if you are willing to share such a method with my people." Nodding as it was certainly a fair request, I then showed off my Kasaya beads, which I then had to assure her they weren't some corn artifact. After literally going out of my way to help her make her own set, she finally believed they weren't from the blood and skull god corn, and then I shared a couple minor Buddhist mantras that could send the mind into a dull stupor, which easily calmed an Eldar's mind and acted as a shield from Slaanesh's gaze. I honestly didn't care if she spread those mantras around, as they didn't cultivate the mind or otherwise grant someone supernatural abilities. They were literally created for beginner monks to train themselves for long periods of seclusion during cultivation with real techniques. "Very well," she said, blushing as she took off her ratty shift, covered her chest, and then gently laid upon my bed with her backside prominently displayed. "Put the seal on me and I shall extend my trust to you for now."